What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel, and today we're gonna be doing 10 facts about boxing. Let's get it. Number 10. Jack Johnson was the world heavyweight champion from 1908 to 1915. He is the first African-American boxer to win the world heavyweight title. But during his time as champion, he was often targeted by white supremacists who believed that a black man had no business being the heavyweight champion. In 1910, Johnson successfully defended his title against Jim Jeffries, a former champion who came out of retirement to try to take the title away from Johnson. The fight was one of the most anticipated sporting events in history, with over 75,000 people attending the event in person and millions more following the fight around the world through newspaper updates. After the fight, Johnson was arrested on a charge of raping a white woman. Many believe this was a setup by white supremacists who wanted to get rid of Johnson. He was sentenced to a year in prison and was stripped of his boxing title. No, 9. The longest boxing match in history went on for 201 rounds. It took place in Australia in 1908 between two boxers named Bob Fitzsimmons and Jack O'Brien. The fight was a brutal back-and-forth affair, with both boxers being knocked down several times. Eventually, the fight was stopped in the 201st round because the crowd was getting too rowdy and the referee was unable to keep order. This is pretty crazy because the typical length of a boxing match is 12 rounds. So this match went on for over 17 times longer than a normal match. That is insanity. Now, this isn't the longest professional boxing match, though. The longest professional boxing match was 75 rounds. It took place in 1948 between two welterweights named Fritzy Zivik and Billy Ceratops. Zivik won the fight by knockout in the 75th round. No, 8. There have only been 4 female world champions in boxing history. The first was Barbara Buckus, who won the world welterweight title in 1953. The second was Bonnie Kennard, who won the world featherweight title in 1976. The third was Christy Martin, who won the world super middleweight title in 1996. And the fourth is Lucia Rieger, who won the world super middleweight title in 1998. Number 7. The youngest person to ever box professionally was a 12-year-old British boxer named Jamie Cox. He made his professional debut in 2008 and won the fight by knockout in the first round. However, after the fight, there was a huge public outcry and Cox was subsequently banned from boxing. He would later go on to become a successful amateur boxer, but he was never allowed to fight professionally again due to his age. Number 6. The oldest person to ever box professionally was an 87-year-old boxer named Terry Oldfield. He fought in a charity event in 2014 and won the fight by knockout in the first round. Yeah, that's right, an 87-year-old man knocked somebody else out in the first round. What are you gonna do? You're gonna tell me that ain't impressive? Man, I'm impressed. No. 5. One of the most famous boxers of all time, Muhammad Ali, was originally named Cassius Clay. He changed his name in 1960 after joining the Nation of Islam. But why is that important? Well, it turns out that Muhammad Ali wasn't actually the first person to use that name in boxing. There was a boxer named Ernie Terrell who was using the name Muhammad Ali long before Muhammad Ali even became famous. When Muhammad Ali changed his name, he was already a world champion. So what did Ernie Terrell do? He challenged Muhammad Ali for the title in 1967. Muhammad Ali successfully defended his title against Terrell by unanimous decision. After the fight, Muhammad Ali said that he had done it for all the Cassius Clays in America. Number 4. Mike Tyson once bit off a chunk of Evander Holyfield's ear during their fight in 1997. Tyson was furious that Holyfield was repeatedly headbutting him, so he bit off part of Holyfield's ear in retaliation. It was one of the most shocking moments in boxing history, and Tyson was disqualified from the fight as a result. But if you think that was bad, just wait until you hear what happened when they fought each other again. In their rematch, Holyfield got his revenge by knocking out Tyson in the 11th round. But that wasn't the end of it. After the fight, Holyfield's corner discovered that he had a large amount of blood coming from his left ear. It turned out that Tyson had bitten off a chunk of Holyfield's ear in the 3rd round, but Holyfield had kept it hidden until the fight was over. This caused a media frenzy and many people called for Tyson to be arrested. However, no charges were ever filed. No. 3. The first ever boxing match was held in the Olympic Games in 668 BC in Greece. The winner of the match was a Greek named Pirithous I of Macedon. Boxing was a popular sport in ancient Greece, and it was even featured in the first modern Olympic Games in 1896. However, it was removed from the Olympics in 1920 because it was considered to be too brutal. Boxing was eventually added back to the Olympics in 1948. No. 2. In 1981, a boxer named Duk Koo Kim died in the ring from injuries sustained during his fight. His opponent was scheduled to be his toughest test yet, but after knocking Kim down in the 1st round, his corner threw in the towel. Kim got up, but he was clearly dazed and confused. He was allowed to continue fighting, but he was knocked out in the 3rd round. Kim never regained consciousness and he died 5 days later from a brain hemorrhage. This was the first and only death in the history of professional boxing. And no, 1. Floyd Mayweather has never lost a professional boxing match. He has a perfect record of 50 wins and 0 losses. This makes him one of the greatest boxers of all time. Some people argue that he is the greatest boxer ever. Of course, there's always room for debate. If Floyd Mayweather were to lose his next match, then he would no longer be undefeated. And I'm sure that that's something that his upcoming opponents include Manny Pacquiao, Logan Paul, Conor McGregor, Victor Ortiz, and Jake Paul. So it's not clear that he has the ability to beat Floyd Mayweather. Only time will tell, so there you have it, 10 facts about boxing. Comment below which fact surprised you the most. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching.